Hello, everybody. Welcome to Best Whole New World, where you have, I go like this, but I think you're on this side when you're on over there on the screen. So I think it's opposite. It's Melody Chadamoyo. Just a hand over there in Ireland. And there's no boundaries, no ocean between us. We are one.
None whatsoever.
And we are talking about living from the heart as our regular Wednesday series here. And today we're talking about having inspired conversations as we're being led down the path to this beautiful relationship that we're all manifesting. And Melody, how's it working?
It's great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Hold on. I can only see your forehead now.
Oh, all right. Let's see what's going on with my head.
That's better. Now I see your whole head. Yeah, that's much better.
Perfect.
You can tilt it just a tad bit more so we can see your mouth move too.
Okay. How's now?
Yeah. Yes, that's better.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. Anyway.
Okay. You were knocked off your feet by the guy that came along before you even had an inspired conversation.
Yeah. Probably that.
Well, let's just give the audience a recap. So we've been working slowly, moving steadily through this idea that we are coming in contact with this man that is going to be the relationship that we desire. And in the process, we've had to learn a lot about ourselves. A lot about ourselves, and found out that it really is all about us.
No one to blame. Sorry.
So why don't you give us all a little recap here for those that are just tapping in maybe on, because we're on, this is 7?
Okay, I'm not counting. I don't know.
Yeah.
So last week we talked about bad boys, about and I said, and I still stand by this. I don't believe there are any bad boys. I think that a person who behaves badly towards you is either not inspired to behave well or needs to do a bit of work on themselves. One way or the other, you need to decide how you handle that. So if you are one of those people who have had the experience of spending time with a so-called bad boy, we give you homework to go and look at how did you handle the bad part of that person? How did you deal with it? And especially the behavior. What did it trigger in you? Because those emotions that it triggered in you need to be healed.
Yes.
So you need to go back to the, go ahead.
No, you need to go back.
You need to go back to the healing session we did with the Connecting with Your Heart series and do the process that's in it to heal your heart, to free it from all that energy, junk, and all that stuff out of your life. That's the only way. When you look back now, after you're healed, you should be able to look back and see that, okay, this was not what I wanted, and now I know what I want.
Yes.
Without getting emotional about it.
It's a matter of fact.
Yes. It happened. Yeah.
It happened. And now I know why I didn't do the homework, because I already did the homework. I did the homework because I did the homework. I had been in those situations where I attracted, and I had to look and say, oh, yes, I had those moments to decide, and I said that behavior really is tolerable.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll work with it. I'll change it. But really what you told me is that in that respect, is the line needed to be drawn. So I saw my involvement in the whole thing. And as I've said over, I think, in even the Opening the Heart series, I think my two exes, really as much as they had their own issues, they were also, there just to show me how much work I needed to do.
Yes, and what you really want.
Yeah.
Because every time you get two polar opposites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you get what you don't want, it's also at the moment to decide exactly what you want, and you choose that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did have those. I had one on this opposite and one on this one, and I was in the middle going, I'm the only constant.
Yeah.
So now it'll be balanced.
Now it'll be balanced, and you were to make a declaration that I deserve to be with a man who is confident, attractive, who is a leader, and who treats me well and loves me dearly. I am open to receive him, and so it is. I just wanted to repeat that so that
I think you better repeat it a second and a third time so it sinks in for us all.
Okay. I deserve to be with a man who is confident, attractive, and who is also a leader, who treats me well and loves me dearly. I am open to receive him, and so it is. Yeah, you have to be open to receive him.
One more time. I think we need it. One more time.
Okay. I deserve to be with a man who is confident, attractive, and is also a leader, and who treats me well and loves me dearly. I am open to receive him, and so it is.
Okay, and that's the end of today's show. No. we have completed that one. So now that we're open to receive him, and he is on his way, because we're open to receive him, and we meet him.
Yes.
How do we ensure that we stay present to him?
You keep track of how you're feeling.
Say more about that.
So everything you're doing, the time you spend with him, is to ensure that your whole being, your energy, your spirit, your body is responding positively to this person. That's very important.
Okay.
If you feel like there's some parts of what you're trying to build that's not correct, then you are free, and you should be free to choose to walk away, because there's something better for you out there.
So does that mean that there can be no reservations?
They shouldn't be. Because, reservations in that we all get a little bit afraid about, there's connections, whatever. I get that. But in the joy you feel in your heart, there should be no doubt. You should know you're happy with that person, or you're not happy with that person. You should know spiritually you're happy with that person. You should know your body responds to that person as well.
Okay, and I can hear people going, well, every relationship I got involved in, I thought at that moment in time that was like, we had a connection, we had a chemistry, and then something happened.
Yeah, so, because as women, we tend to start building castles out of nothing. We are very imaginative. We're very nurturing. So before we even know this person really well, we start having families with those people. I mean, give the guy a chance, okay? Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story from my background. I think I've talked to Jacqueline about this a little bit, but I'm going to tell you this story. It's not really a story. It's like an explanation of my culture. So in our culture, we don't meet a person and start dating. We don't do that. You don't meet on the bus or on the road or whatever. What happens is you meet, yes, on the bus or on the road or wherever, and you become friendly with each other. So you start talking. Nobody has said, do you want to date me, or will you go for a drink, or whatever? What happens? You start talking as friends. It's natural. It's easy. There is no expectation.
Right.
We're not building anything. We are just exploring.
Right.
So as you explore, you find, oh, I like spending time with this person. You're talking as well. You're finding out who this person is without saying, I want to get to know you better. You are getting to know them better. And then you get to a stage where you decide, I want to really get to know this person better. To start building something with them.
Right.
It's different from, will you go for a date? Because there are expectations there. Date means at the end of the evening, we're going to kiss, blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of pressure and panic. That's why everybody sweats, and it's such a big deal. So if you're exploring and you're just getting friendly with that person, you are not building a relationship yet.
Okay. So
you're literally digging a foundation. You have get a digger. I love diggers. I'm crazy about diggers. You've got a digger. I know. You've got a digger and you're boom hitting ground for the first time, and you're so excited, but you're not crazy yet. Okay.
So you have to stay present.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Instead of planning your future, you go, oh, instead of going, I'm dating, and you're thinking already, oh my gosh, is he going to kiss me goodnight, or do I have to?
Yeah, don't even go to kissing yet. It's not necessary.
Or I'm feeling all this chemistry and I want to sleep with them right now. No, you don't.
No. We're not there yet. We're just getting to know this person. And I'll tell you something that I have learned. It is easier to talk to a man when you're doing something else than when you're sitting across from a table from them.
So you mean like an activity?
Yes. When you are getting to know them, go on a hike, talk when you're walking, do things with him, be fixing something. If he's not the kind of person who gets frustrated, because some men do, because they don't read instructions and they think they know everything. But you could offer to read the instructions for him while he's doing this. And in the meantime, you can talk as well.
Okay.
I know. Because men feel trapped when they have to sit across the table talking to you. It's like it's like a job interview. It's like he has to perform. He has to be on his A game, and there's too much pressure. And there's also pressure for you because you also feel like you have to be on your A game. If you're just walking and you have no expectations, we're just two people who like to spend time together walking. Like I go hiking with my sister. I'm not expecting to kiss her at the end of that. We are just going hiking. Just take it like that. You're gaining a new friend, okay?
So we're going back to the basics. In order to have inspired conversation, we're just looking at this person as another individual. It means nothing. You're having one experience. You're going on a hike. You're going bowling. You're going to go to a baseball game. I mean, what about movies? You don't talk in movies. I never thought movies.
No, I don't really like going to movies with people because you don't get a chance to really talk to each other. You could go for a drive, like 30 minutes, drive to anywhere. He's driving, he will be talking, and actually you learn a lot about how he is as a person, how he's under pressure, because when he's driving and somebody cuts him off, how does he react? Does he explode and lose his mind, or is he calm, or does he say, oh, that's just an irritating person, and move on? Okay. How does he handle his own pressure and his own issues? Because all that will multiply by 10 when you start to be serious with him.
Right. And so are there, I don't want to say dating questions to ask, but is it that idea? You say you're getting to know them, so you already know Nelta when you're going hiking with her, your sister.
Yes.
Right? So
yeah. You ask questions like, if you could jump on a plane right now, where would you go?
Ah.
Ah.
So, and then it's kind of like, actually when I was in sales training, you're asking open-ended questions, right? So they will give you not yes or no answers, not a closed question. So, what's your favorite color? Blue. You're asking, so what would it be like, right? So if you could jump on a plane, you'd go so-and-so, and what would that be like? And how would you make that happen? Or things like that.
Yeah. And then, is he going to say, I hate traveling? Which is a red flag if you love traveling, because what's going to happen if he hates traveling? And would it be a deal breaker for you, or is it something you can cope with? We will talk about that on another session, but that's how, those are the type of questions you are asking. Questions, and I have to say this. When you ask a man a question,
yep,
don't say anything. Count to 30 or 60 or 100 if you need to. Do not speak until he has finished speaking. Because what happens is when you ask a man a question, he goes deep into his head to go and grab that answer.
Uh-huh.
It's not at the tip of his tongue. Like we, as women, we tend to have everything out very quickly. Men don't do that. So when you ask him a question, be ready to listen to the answer. Don't say when you ask a question and he goes quiet, you say, oh, is that too much? Is that too personal? I just wanted to hear blah, 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 blah. Because that's confusing for him, because now he doesn't know whether you really wanted to know or you don't want to know, or what's going on with you, this crazy lady, what is she doing now? Just be quiet. It's very difficult for us to be quiet, but the best advice I could ever give you, with any man, even a little boy, when you ask him a question, don't speak until they have spoken and finished.
Okay, so why I'm laughing so hard, okay, first is because, so I would say, as when I was trained in my 20s as a salesperson, I'm taught you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, use them in proportion, right? And generally, I do that when I'm present. But when you're saying that, I just all of a sudden have these flashbacks where my ex would say, "What? I wasn't finished," and I'd go, "Well, what do you mean? You stopped for a minute?" He goes, "I stopped to breathe."
I was still getting the answer. I went to go and dig it and dig it out.
You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, well, so how about this one? And
yeah, exactly.
And
then I guess,
hold on, I got to share Nelta if you can't read it, because when you're talking about digging a foundation, she says, yeah, it's so exciting unless you hit a gas pipe. And then,
unless you hit a...
and I guess what she's meaning is if you're digging for the foundation, because she's digging and she hits a gas pipe, she's moving to a new location. She's going, gas pipe, I'm not sticking around with this guy. That's what you meant, right, Nelta? Thumbs up.
That's great.
That's a great analogy. You hit a gas pipe and you're like, done. No more digging. I'm on to the next house.
Yeah. I'm going to dig somewhere else. Oh, that's great. I love that analogy. It's perfect.
Thanks for sharing. So we're going to use 2 ears. We're going to be quiet. We ask a question and we just basically amuse ourselves by counting in our head until they answer.
And that means you're going to stay present.
Right. You're going to stay present,
because,
counting in your head.
You're going to stay present. You're going to stay present, because when he starts to speak, whatever he's going to say is his utmost truth.
Okay.
So you need to hear it. Yeah. You need to hear what he has to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have to go for those, oh, you're so good at that type of stuff, flattery crap that makes me feel like, no, good. All right.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. Here's the thing. Praising a man should be because there's a reason to praise him. He has actually done something great. He says something and that wows you and you really say, wow, that's amazing. You do all that. You can't, because if you just say, he gets very insulted. Because it means you're treating him like he's a little boy when he's a grown man. And men don't want to be treated like boys.
So let me get that clear. So when I was like kind of praising him because I felt like he needed some, oomph to make him feel better, really my praise, he already knew that he didn't deserve it and it made him feel worse.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you got it. Nailed it.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be manipulated. He knows you're just playing him. Nobody likes that.
Yeah, he did say that I was kind of manipulative. Yeah, but I never saw it that way until you just said that, because I was just like kind of like, enough of that conversation. That's kind of what I was saying. Okay, you're great at it. Just go do it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, Beloved has joined us, and she's got a lot to say here, so I'm going to read this right out.
Okay.
Is a lesson I received twofold. I was reared by a Southern lady, and in finishing school, be a lady, let the gentleman complete their thought, but try to keep a double Gemini with Libra rising quiet. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And Nelsa has also said it's that, like, applying the meditation techniques, being silent to hear, right? So whatever we need to realize is just to be present, to allow the gentleman that we're having a conversation with to be themselves and decide if we even like them.
Yeah. And most of the questions that you're asking, are you wanting to discover whether you are compatible or you're not compatible? Things like, what's your favorite way to stay alive or to stay active? Sorry, not alive, active.
Breathing is my favorite way.
To stay active, and so whether he takes care of his body, does he exercise, in what way, is he going to be difficult and a couch potato, or and is that a problem for you, or are you okay with it?
Right.
Do you want to come and become his personal manager, or do you want to become his partner? So all those things that you say, oh, I'm going to fix this, or I'm going to beat him into shape, is you hiring yourself as his personal manager or his personal trainer. So the moment you're in there, you're not a partner anymore, because you have to beat him into shape. Nobody lives with their personal trainer at home.
Okay.
They work for an hour with them and then they send them away, because nobody needs that much pressure.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to live with their life coach either. Okay. Okay. All right. So you're giving some real gems here, Melody. So basically, the idea is we are just like if we were interviewing. Okay, I have put on like this business sort of hat, in a sense that I am really interviewing the person to see if he jives with me, right?
Yeah.
So if it's versus saying, if somebody came to me in an interview and said they can't do this skill, or, that they need coffee breaks every, whatever, I'd say, oh, you're unqualified. Or even right now for the global party, there have been people where I've had to say, we have to change your title a little, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The vibration of your title. Whereas in the past, I would have said with these other relationships, I would have said, okay, you might be saying this, and that's okay, because eventually I'll keep sort of maybe pointing you in that direction, and one day you'll see the light. And then I get ticked because you never saw the light, and it's all coming right back here.
Yeah, and oh boy, it sucks. It's not fun at all.
No,
it's not. And when you do it this way, when you are conscious and present and making a choice, and it's all about how you feel, you will never feel the pain of heartbreak again. Really, you won't, because it's not rejection. This is not a person who's suitable for me. And remember, they're doing that to you as well. They are also judging whether you are right for them or you're not right for them. So the best way is spend as little time as possible doing all that. Just like as you dig a foundation, most of the work is spent building and not digging foundation. Spend as little time as possible digging the foundation. If you find that there's strong ground and you can build something on it, then yes, please go for it. But if you find it's full of sand and we are going to sink, both of us, and one of us will drown, then don't.
Yeah.
Just serve yourself. Yeah.
So I guess women have, in the past, let's just say, have in a sense felt like there was a limitation on the available guys, right?
Yes.
So they looked at that just as people look at the same idea as a limiting in their abundance with money, right? They have a limited perception. So their lack of trust and faith that the universe can provide what it is that they truly desire on all levels.
Yes, that's true. So whatever you believe is what you get. If you believe there aren't enough men out there, there aren't enough men out there. If you believe they are there, you meet your man and then the rest won't matter.
Okay, so here's my tweetable now, Melody. Do you have a lack in your relationship set, not your money mindset? A lack.
Ooh.
There you go. A lack in your relationship mindset.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. So, okay. You can pay me the big bucks for that one later. Okay.
Oh, I will. Yes. Certainly will. That's great.
Okay. So, inspired conversation. We're just going to treat the person like they're just a regular human being. We're not attached to them. We're not committed to them. We're not dating them. They're just a person.
Yeah.
And
then when you find,
go ahead.
Look at the mutual response as well. How is he responding to you? Mm-hmm. Does he look happy? Does he seek you out? Does he want to spend more time with you? Are you jiving? Are you gelling? Because you see, he's also really fascinated with you. And if you do any of these things, he will be hooked because no other woman is doing that. He'll be totally hooked on you because you're treating him like a person. You're respecting him. You're respecting his thoughts. You're listening to him properly, not just pretending to listen. And he's going to be like, wow, this woman is amazing. Where has she been all my life?
Okay, but what about this sense, like you talked last week about them going sometimes into hibernation? So you meet this person, you're starting to have some inspired conversation, they're kind of, I can still see it, meeting my checklist. Okay, so I have to be a little bit more present there, and in terms of, but I've heard many women say, oh, I just feel like I'm supposed to be with him.
I know, but what is talking there? Are you speaking from your intuition or from your sense of lack, whereby if I don't get hooked on this one, then that's it. There aren't any other men out there. What's guiding you?
Yeah. So how does a woman know?
When you know, they say when you know, which sounds really silly because it's difficult to explain. But I always go back to my heart. I always go back to the joy I feel. Okay, because the one thing the reason why I married my husband, the reason why I won't say his name because he will be very whatever, but the reason why I dated him or even decided to be with him is because I felt happier when I was with him.
Okay.
than when I wasn't. You get me? So when I was with him, everything was good and fun and joyful. I didn't feel like I needed to be an extra person. I felt like I needed to be myself. I was more connected with myself. I was more grounded. But I wanted to be more. I was inspired to do more, to be more, to be the better version of myself. It wasn't a pressure. It was more like a lift up. It was like a, oh, I can fly now. You know what I mean?
Right. But so you have these conversations and you can feel inspired and you can feel lifted up, right? You can feel like, oh, yes, this is so great. I feel great with them. But what if you're feeling lousy when you're not with them?
Yeah, feeling lousy is a dependence issue.
Yeah, because
you shouldn't feel lousy. You should feel like you should feel good. Like I'm single now. I feel great. I feel amazing. But
right.
if I'm with the person I love, I feel even more amazing. You get me?
Yeah. No, I get you. I just want that clarity for everybody is that when you're saying you feel great with the other person, because so many people go like, well, I do feel great with them. And then I don't feel good when I'm not with them. So I want to be more with them. But really, that's why I want clarification. That's dependent.
That's a dependency issue. When love is more beautiful when it's inspired out of you, because the person who comes to you, that man you're going to be with, no matter how amazing he is, he's not going to be giving you love. The love you already have inside you. So he inspires it to bubble up, to explode into fireworks. It's like whatever you have goes, like a volcano. You know, it pours out and yeah, exactly. So that's what happens, okay? And that's what you want. That's the amazing part of love, that you're inspired to bring it out. So whether he is there or he is not there, your love should be coming out anyway. People who meet you on the street should say, something is happening with that person. They're so happy. Right. Even if you're not smiling, they feel that love flowing. I remember actually meeting someone after I had been with that guy I was dating for a while. We broke up. Long story. And I don't hate him and I'm not heartbroken. But when I came from being with him, I met somebody else and he said, well, something has been happening to you. And I said, what do you mean? Because you don't look the same as you did before. And I said, what do you mean? They said, you found love, didn't you? And I couldn't tell how you could tell, right? Because we were just having a conversation about something that had nothing to do with relationships.
Right.
That's how it should be. I was still happy. I was still buzzed by that whole connection I was experiencing with this guy. When I was with him, it was amazing. When I was with him, it was still amazing because I was like, oh my God, I can find somebody to love and I'm happy. And, you know, it's building on top of something that's already there.
Right. Okay, so Nelta has... So she's found sometimes the checklist doesn't even begin to cover what her heart knows. Because two nice people don't make a relationship. Is that common for some?
Yeah, a lot of people meet nice people and they say, oh, he's such a nice guy. You know, oh, he's so nice. Oh, she's so wonderful. She's so nice. Well, in our culture, people have got have got issues with, or rather, they've got a thing for women who are well-mannered, who cook, who clean, who are house-trained. They are so respectful. They are nearly bent up, forward. But that does not mean the two of you can make a relationship work.
Right.
Two nice people don't make a relationship. They usually create misery. There has to be more. You have to want to get to the deeper of the person, to understand them intrinsically, to dig the gold, the nugget out of them. That's what you want. Like if you ask, family is very important to me.
Okay.
So if I am with anyone, I want to know how close they are to their family. How involved are they in their family runnings and all that?
Right.
And I totally encourage it. If he says, like, at this stage in my life, I probably will meet somebody with kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he says my child is going for this thing and I need to be there, I would respect that.
Right.
So much as I respect the fact that if my child needs me, I'm going to drop everything and go to my kids, because that's what's important to me.
Right.
And he needs to respect that. So you need to find somebody who is going to meet you with your values.
Okay, okay.
And actually, when I was doing the work for this, I thought maybe we need to talk about that next week. The values and all that, and the red flags and the boundaries and the charge and whatever, and the cover charge and the deal breakers. We need to talk about that, I think.
I think that's a good one, because you know, as I've been frank, candid, because I'm not Frank Jacqueline.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. I'm having just one giggly day here. Okay, so and then I'm going. So I had sort of one on this side, you know, and one on that side, and then as I've been charting the territory of being present to men that have been coming in my life, I have seen that there are totally different than what I anticipated, right? In terms of just not even like they're not like Nelson. There was no checklist. Like in terms of things, I used to have on the things. There's no things. But in terms of like kindness and generosity and warmth of spirit, and I've started to see those qualities. But just because I see those qualities, still can make them just a really nice person, and doesn't mean, you know, even if I have a little flitter flatter, I still sort of feel like I can feel this still have to feel like I have to make it work. So that's my issue, is somehow I have to do it. It's not just going to be perfect. I have to do something to make it work, Melody. So help me with that one.
Okay. When you say make it work, what do you mean?
Like, you know, when two people come together, you're supposed to cooperate, or one has got to give up something for the other. You know, like it's what's that word? Consent.
Compromise.
Compromise. Yes, yeah, I hate that word. Couldn't even remember what it was. Okay.
Okay. That sentence alone, that sentence when you said when two people come together, even your voice changed, your energy changed in that sentence.
Yep. I know.
Because you are very much resistant to it.
Yep.
And with good reason. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've ever needed to compromise. Sorry. You know. I always expect to get what I want, and I always get what I want with a man. It doesn't mean he never says no to me.
Right.
He does. And and when he says no, I respect that.
Okay.
When it's negotiable, I know how to bring something up and talk about it in a way that benefits the two of us. You're not compromising. Both of you are getting what you want.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can teach you that. That's a more advanced course, but I can teach it to you.
You know, as you were talking about that, I was just like releasing. I was feeling it. I don't know if anybody else over there like Nelta or Beloved, you know, in terms of that sense. I was just letting that go through my torso, right? And just going, okay, yeah, that was when you said there's resistance. And I was like, where is it? And I was just like, okay, so just let it go, because it's really, what's the point of having it? So.
Sorry, sweetie, you disappeared for 8 seconds, so I didn't hear what it last said.
The resistance went away. That's why it disappeared. It went away.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
I shifted the energy and the resistance has gone away, and I'm open to receiving almost.
Okay. I guess we need to do more work there.
Well, we still have other things to talk about. So I'm like, this would be what it would be like, an inspired conversation. I'd be in this conversation with somebody, and I would be going, yeah, that looks good, that sounds good, that feels good. I'm tapping to my body, going, and then and I would. That's how I would be probably engaging.
And I like your guide and your joy and your heart to lead you.
Mm-hmm.
Do not expect to be in control of everything. Love is not like that.
Because I wish it was.
So your head and your heart, you have to allow, like in matters of the heart, in love situation, you have to let your heart lead. Doesn't mean your brain goes to sleep. Your brain still works.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to do what it needs to do. Your brain is going to be logical. It's going to look at the pros and cons and the and all the benefits, and also look at him and examine what is happening with him. Because when you are in that situation, you're falling in love and you're doing whatever. He's doing the same thing, different from you, in a masculine way. If you look at him, like at every stage of that relationship, when he decides, okay, I'm getting serious, I think we should be getting to build something with this woman, he's going to withdraw from you for a little bit to think about it and then come back. So if you are stable and within yourself and you're aware, now I've told you, you will know that, okay, but from observation of how he has been with you before, his disappearance should tell you something. Now you're getting the one-on-one on man, okay? It should tell you something. It should not inspire fear inside you. It should, because if he is not interested, he should be. Most people are honest enough to tell you that, what, I don't think this is going to work, and that's it.
Okay. And
I always tell people that if you feel like this is not working, let's not kid around. Just tell me. Right. I'll be so happy and grateful that he told me. I told my husband this every year for the whole time I was married to him. That at some point, if you feel you don't love me anymore, if the love dies for me inside your heart, tell me. And I would be grateful and I will let you go without any fight whatsoever. Because I only want to be with a person who also want to be with me as much as I want to be with them.
So this is a lot. Nelta is in the same, she's saying, I'm here with you. So I'm thinking she's here with me versus here with you, even though she
I get it. I understand.
And she said, that's deep. You literally erased erase the resistance. Yes. So here is the scoop. Okay. Is we need to be in this inspired conversation to be inspired. So we're being ourselves. We're in this connection. We're just going with the flow. We're treating them like a friend. We're asking them, so where would you love to go if you had a plane at your disposal? Tell me about it. And we're getting to know who they really are and deciding as we're getting to know them, what's our body feel like? What are we thinking about? Are we feeling good about it? Are we feeling better or as good as when we're alone? But if we're involved in this relationship that starts out that way and we're feeling awful when we're not with them, it's a dependency issue. So, that's our issue. If we're feeling like we're not trusting them because all of a sudden they're not talking to us, then that's our issue. If we're feeling like they're not communicating enough that we like, that's our issue. It's all our issue. So we all ultimately get to decide, and the power is all here. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself.
All right.
Because this is just a selection process. Getting feedback. This is to make sure you save your time, your love, your energy for someone you mutually accept, mutually emotionally available for, and you feel the magic and the chemistry with. That's the whole point of this.
And then you're like, I am feeling even better. And you're adding to my life versus adding to my life so I feel even better. Oh, that feels so much freer than the whole other ideas I used to have in the past. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. This Living for the Heart series is just awesome. If you have only just joined us, you want to go back and start listening. I'm just saying that if you truly have just a tiny bit of a desire to have a relationship, because I seriously had zero desire to have a relationship, but as we've been going through this step-by-step process, at least now I know if the person shows up that the universe decides that this is for me, I will be open, ready to receive because of Melody's great work.
Oh, thank you so much. That's why I'm here. That's such a great compliment. I love it.
And you might want to just consider working with her, and how would they find you?
On heartpassioninstitute.com. And actually, I'm going to compile a list of questions and put them on my website, and you can get them for free. Don't go around with a piece of paper. Just you can change the words around, just get the idea, and talk about them freely, calmly, easily, so you can just relax into this amazing time of your life. Or the Facebook page, again, Heart Passion Institute. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. Mwah. You're awesome, Melody. And beloved, and whoever else is with us on live or on recording, because this is the series that will transform your life as you open your heart and live from your heart and have all your heart's desires come true.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh.